Yes. All right. So what's up, guys? Happy Monday. Welcome to our call. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Yaya Nava. I am from El Paso, Texas, now residing in Rowlett, Texas. So that's in Dallas. Well, one of the outer little cities in Dallas. Guys, I love this call. Every Monday I get on here and I love just to show you guys about the scalper, brush up on crypto, kind of let people see the beauty what crypto is, because I know I've been on crypto for a long time, you guys, and I know that there's a lot of people who wouldn't want to jump on crypto because they didn't quite understand it or they were intimidated by it. And so I really wanted to just show people what trading crypto is all about and how beautiful it could actually be. And I honestly personally believe that cryptocurrency is probably the most lucrative because of how many pips you can catch in a day or per trade. I believe that it could make somebody a lot of money, but you could also lose a lot of money. It could teach you a big lesson if you're not using proper risk management and if you guys don't have your mindset on right. So this is what we go over every Monday. I like to go over mindset. I like to go over proper risk management. You already know, if you guys have been logging onto my calls every Monday, then you guys already know that proper risk management is something that we go over every single time, only because I honestly believe that that is the biggest reason why people do not win in this industry. There's so many people who embark into this, adventure of trading, and they want to learn, but the percentage of people who are actually successful are really, really low. And when you start thinking about it, like, why is it that more people aren't as successful as you would want them to be, or as they would want to be? Then that's when you start tapping into where their mind is at, or if they actually learned how to trade properly or to use proper risk management safely, is what I always say. I love talking with Daniel, because he'll call me and he's like, I heard your voice, safe entries only. And when he's trying to enter a trade, but I love that he does that, because that means that I got through to him, because it's not just about taking a trade, it's about taking the safest trade possible to maximize your profits and minimize your losses. So that's what we want to teach you guys today. Now, one of the things that I am a very, very firm believer on is that people need structure. You guys already know that this industry is for entrepreneurs. Like, this industry, this academy is for people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, who are sick and tired of their 9 to 5, or maybe lost their 9 to 5 because of the whole pandemic, or just wanted more. Like, they know that they weren't meant to like work and pay bills and that's it. And so they want to be able to make a little extra to help themselves, help their families out, and hopefully continue that from years on, right? We want to build a legacy. We want to not only be okay right now, we want our kids to be okay, our kids to be okay, and so on and so forth. So we need to start teaching our children wealth. We need to start teaching them how to properly use wealth and how to create it to where it's going to last and keep coming into their hands, and not just, people get this amount of money and then they just let it go, right? And so that's the whole reason behind this particular industry and behind this academy. And I love the fact that there's so many people who are interested in it, but there are so many people who, just as interested that they are to jump in, they also leave that fast, right? And the reason for that, it's because they need structure. Like, you guys have to understand that since you guys were little, you were conditioned to go to school, have a lunch break, go back to school, and then go home and then do it all over again. Like, you guys were conditioned since pre-K, like, think about it, elementary school, then you have middle school, high school, and then even college. Like, you guys were conditioned to basically wake up, go somewhere, work, right? Because you're doing work, and then take a lunch break, whether it be 15 minutes at school, 30 minutes. I don't remember what lunch breaks are. And then go back to work, and then you guys go home and go to sleep, right? Shower, eat, whatever, go to sleep, and then do it all over again. And then they're just preparing you to go into the workforce to do the same thing. Every single person that has a job, they kind of go through the same cycle. If you think about it, they wake up, they go to work, they have a lunch break at whatever time is designated with their job for whatever amount of time, and then they go back to work, then they go home and they do it all over again, right? Mostly having Saturday and Sunday off. Like, there's a lot of 9 to 5 Monday through Friday jobs, right? And so this is the vicious cycle that everybody has been conditioned since they were little to be in, right? So when you think about that, and then you think about trading, you think about entrepreneurship in general, right? Then you have to understand that these people don't know, like they need the structure. They need to be told what to do, and not necessarily like told like you need to do, this and that. Like they're demanding you guys to do these things, but you guys need some structure, some form of structure for your own lives, for your own trading. You need to have some sort of rule, some sort of goal, some sort of, something that you guys follow every single day. And this is something that I'm really big on, because, and guys, I'll be honest with you, like when I don't write down my stuff, that's when it'll start messing me up and I'll notice it. But why do you think that so many traders tell you to write down your trades? Why do you think they tell you to keep track of everything that you're doing? If you're in the fitness industry, right? My partner and I, we train a lot of people, and we had camps of women and people who just wanted to lose weight and eat healthier, basically just have a healthier lifestyle. And so we would tell them, write down everything that you're eating, because you don't know where you're going until you know where you've been. And so if you don't know what you're actually eating, how much calories you're putting into your body, what exactly it is that you're feeding yourself, high carbs, high fat, like you need to understand that. And so how do you guys know where your trading is going to go if you're not writing down and see where your trading has been? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you just taking impulsive trades? Are you guys just jumping on the, FOMO trends when people post about, like, and I'm notorious for that, you guys. I'll always post like, oh my God, did you guys see crypto? Or, I'm up 2,000 pips and I'm this and I'm that. And I understand that as human, it's just in our nature to be able to see that and be like, oh my God, I missed out. I need to jump in now. Right. And that's the feeling that people get when they get a text or notification from Picasso or Nick on their Swipe Coin app. And so these are things that you guys have to understand for yourselves. So if you're not writing down your trades, you guys are already a big step behind, right? So this is something that I've been really thinking, and the people again that have been on our call for quite a while now, then they've already seen that we do have like a compounding plan that I kind of put together, because I wanted to try and help out people, like give them some sort of structure, something that they could follow, especially if they're brand new to cryptocurrency. Now, guys, I'll be honest with you, people who are brand new, they're my favorite people to help teach anything about trading, because they don't have the bad habits that us OGs have, right? Like Daniel's over there cracking up because he knows he's one of those OGs that you gotta kind of like, he's got to learn the hard way like 50 times before he's like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. And so, guys, but that was me too. I pick on Daniel because he knows him and I are like, Coach V is laughing because she's an OG too. Like, guys, when you have been trading for a while, you pick up habits. You know what I mean? And those habits, unfortunately, they can really be detrimental to our trading. And so that's something that you guys have to understand. Brand new people, they're coming in and they don't have these bad habits. So I try to teach them the best that I can, like point them in the right direction, first of all, in the academy. Guys, if you are not taking advantage of, if you guys want to learn FIPS, Curtis Cobain's favorite recorded sessions, if you guys really want to get on the scalper, Sean on the DCX scalper, guys, his calls are amazing. I absolutely love him. And if you guys aren't taking advantage of the tools that are free and provided for you from this academy, once you enroll, then you guys are missing out. And that's something that I say all the time, because you guys enrolled, you guys took the step, that extra step to invest into yourselves. In other words, whatever you guys were doing, whether it wasn't enough or you guys just wanted more, just wanted to try something new, regardless, you invested in yourself. You took the chance on yourself and you invested in yourself, and you guys enrolled into this academy. And so that is for you. So once you guys enroll, there are tools. And this is where I tell you to think, like literally think to yourselves, if we have these tools, we have this scalper that gives out trades. And guys, yesterday alone, the scalper gave out 2 trades well, a Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? If you doubled up, and they went for over 2,000 pips. And so, and then XRP, I think bagged, I think 1,100 pips. So that was in one day. So you're talking 2,000 on Bitcoin, 2,000 on Ethereum, and 1,100 on XRP. You guys, that is ridiculous. If you caught all three, that is a huge bag. So you have these tools that are providing these trades. Why aren't more people being successful? Like, why aren't every single, there's 35 people on this call. Like, why aren't you 35 people, including me, why aren't us 35 people out there screaming to the world about how awesome this academy is and how awesome trading is, you know, if because of the tools that are provided? And the point, or the reason why we're not doing that is because people aren't as successful as they should be because of those bad habits, because of the mindset, because of the lack of proper risk management. And so, guys, this is what you have to start asking yourselves as a trader. Like, I love the fact that when you start getting into personal development, like if you guys are true personal development people, like you really want to take yourself to that next level, not just in trading, but in all areas of your life, then you guys are going to be open to a lot of different things. And one of the things that I really had a lot of our traders on this call think about is ask yourself this question, like, why am I not successful? Like, why are my trades, like, why am I not closing 4-figure, 5-figure days? Why am I not even closing a 3-figure day? Like, why are my trades paying? Like, why is my profit not there? And so you have to ask yourself, is it really the trading? Like, is it my technical analysis? Is it something that I'm entering wrong? It could just be a push of a button, right, in our MetaTraders. So it could be that. Totally fixable, right? We have tutorials on how to put in trades into the MetaTrader. We can show you how to mark up the chart. We can, I mean, the technical analysis part obviously is something that could definitely be learned. Or is it because of you? Like, are you stopping you from profits? Are you being greedy, you know, from profits? And Daniel, do you give me permission to use your example that we talked about earlier today? Okay, cool. So guys, I'm going to use Daniel as an example. I love that he's just a team player. He called me today and he was like, yeah, I feel like, you know, I wasn't doing anything. I hit my goal of I missed my goal by like 200 pips for the day. I didn't catch 1,000 pips. I only caught 800. And he felt mad. He felt angry. He didn't act on it, thank God, right? But that just shows you the growth. Like, if Daniel would have been, like, if he would have not been serious with himself and if he would have acted on it, that point right there, that those lessons were not going to be because of the technical analysis. They were clearly going to be because of his mindset, because of the greed or pride. And so those are questions that you guys need to start asking yourselves, because the minute that you guys can pinpoint what it is exactly that is stopping you guys from profits, that is what you can tackle and move forward from there. And so mindset, obviously, I love the fact that he's grown so much because he didn't act on it. Old Daniel would have continued to trade until he got those extra 200 pips, probably blown his account, called me the next day, told me that he hates the world and hates trading, and probably disappeared for 2 weeks. And we wouldn't have heard from him until like maybe mid-September, when he would have like, okay, I'm going to give this a shot again, right? But he called me and he was telling me about, first of all, that he was so proud of himself because he didn't act on it, but he still was trying to identify that feeling within. And we were able to kind of fix something that, or I guess like the wording of what he was telling himself to understand. Does that make sense? So this is what I wanted to start off with, you guys, because what I'm going to show you guys next is going to be, it could be something very beautiful for your growth and for your trading, or it could be something that is going to frustrate you, but it is going to show you what it is that is actually stopping you from making profits. Is it because I am being greedy? I'm being greedy and I want to like get from, you know, A to Z, like super quick, like within a day or two, right? We have so many people that want to be overnight millionaires, and that's not the case. Just like how when we were training people, like you had people that wanted to have J-Lo's body, in a week. And if they didn't get results, they're like, oh, this doesn't work. Right. And that's not it. You guys know it takes consistency. It takes everyday discipline, and it takes the motivation for yourself. And I don't mean the motivation, like we all have the outside motivation. You guys, there was just an event in Dallas, right? You guys have calls with your teams all the time. You got even just getting on the calls with the educators, like that's like a little mini convention, because they get all hyped up when it comes to trading, especially if you guys are like on Millie Mills sessions or like Kim Torres's session, right? Those ladies are just absolute fire. But that's not what I mean by motivation. I mean, like, what are you guys doing for yourselves? Like, what is motivating you, right? And so that is what it takes for you guys to keep moving forward. Okay, so what I'm going to go over first is I'm going to go over just the compounding plan that I have. And then after that, I really want to go over the scalper, because guys, those trades, and it was a combination of the scalper trades, like swipe coin scalper trades, and swipe coin app trade, right? The XRP trade, and then the Ethereum and the Bitcoin trade. Because guys, those trades alone, depending on what your goal was, like Daniel, he was doing it by pips. Now he's going to do it by trades. The comp plan is going to show you by pips and trades. So depending on how you want to set up your goals, like those 3 trades definitely would have already put you on the right path for the week. It's barely Monday, you guys. Like that was yesterday, and those trades were unbelievable, right? And the only reason why somebody didn't win on those trades, if they left them open, didn't close them out, and because they thought that it was going to be the trades to go to the moon. And if you guys are not moving your safety net to profit, then there is a huge red flag right there on your trading. Okay, guys, so we're going to go over everything. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Okay, now I am going to go over the 500 pip and dip plan, only because I don't usually like to start with the 500 pip plan. But since in crypto, you guys already saw that we can catch a lot of pips. Like I just finished telling you, we caught over 2,000 pips on the trade for Bitcoin and Ethereum from the scalper. Now, it's not always like that, but it is very possible. Like when before, I used to tell people that I could catch 1,000 pips a day with crypto, and they didn't believe me. They thought that I was like lying until I showed them. Then they were like, holy shit, you really can. So 500 pips and dip is nothing. And if you guys trade indices, it is nothing. Even if you guys trade gold, it's nothing. All right. So when you guys are looking at this, the pips may intimidate a lot of people, especially if you're brand new. But I'm going to show you the 500 pip and dip plan, and then I'm going to show you the scalper, so you guys can see just how easy it is to catch these 500 pips. Now, with proper risk management, you guys will have minimal drawdown, if any. Like sometimes I have 0 drawdown, right? And then I'm going to switch over to the 200 pip and dip plan, just so that way you can see if the 500 is super possible, then the 200 should be cake. Okay. Now, guys, again, this is something that is only going to work if you guys are consistent, if you guys are dedicated, and if you guys use proper risk management. Because the minute, I promise you guys, the minute that you guys start seeing some profits like this, and you grow your account and it's starting to get like this, that greed starts getting in the way. You're like, oh, well, I have this, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip forward and do this one so I could get more money and this and that. But the whole point of this plan is to teach you, is to get you to see it, for it to come natural, right? Like they say that how many days does it say to start something? They say that you have to do some for a habit, yeah, for a habit. Is it 30 days or 21 days? It's like 21 or 30 days they say for you guys to create a habit, right? And so if you guys are just skipping forward, then you're not giving your mind and your body the proper amount of time for it to actually have this like branded in your brain. Does that make sense? And so when you guys are looking at this, I really want you guys to see, first of all, the simplicity of it. And again, something that Daniel learned, and this is something that it was hard for me. I have such a hard time sleeping at night because I have lost so much by falling asleep and not moving my safety net and profit. Now, that is my own fault. Those are things that I still had to work on, because I have a tendency of stacking a lot of trades. Sometimes I'll have 12, 16 trades open at the same time, and I miss trades sometimes. And so this was before, when I would forget. And guys, for those of you that think that you can't just fall, like, how could you just fall asleep? I have fallen asleep with my phone in my hand, getting ready to change my, like, move my safety net, and I fall asleep literally with it saying modify, like ready to for me to change it, and I fall asleep. And so it is that simple. One little mistake like that, you guys, I remember that I showed a group, and if you guys go back into my videos, there's actually a screenshot, because I went negative in my account. The only reason why my account didn't shut off, or like why I didn't get closed out, was because I was in profit about 20 grand from some trades that I had taken on Bitcoin. This was when Bitcoin was barely gonna like break 40. And so I caught it at 22. And so everything that I had in my account was like 9 grand. I completely lost it. So it was negative $147. And it was because I forgot to move my how do you call it? My safety net. So this is something that it was, I kind of developed like a PTSD to fall asleep. So I wasn't falling asleep. I was napping like 15-minute increments. Like I would fall asleep, 15 minutes would pass, I would wake up and I would see where the candle opened. It was crazy. And so I was talking to Daniel, and I was telling him what was happening to me. And that's when he was like, oh my God, I get what you're saying now, because it's happening to me. And so you guys, when I started to really like discipline myself and just follow a plan, I was sleeping like a baby. There are some times where I'll stay up trading all night, but that's because I'm either scalping or I'm just doing something, right? And I don't mind it. I purposely want to stay up, right? It's not that I'm staying up because I'm scared that my trades are going to go, the opposite direction or anything. But guys, this is going to eliminate that fear. This is going to help you guys build up your accounts. How many of you guys, and go ahead and put it in the chat, and don't be afraid, don't be shy. We're all here because we're learning. Like, how many of you guys have blown an account? Like, drop a 7 in the chat if you guys have blown an account. I know that I've done it. You guys, I've done it plenty of times. The chat's going crazy, so I know I'm not alone. All right. You guys, that is something that is going to happen. It is inevitable. And this was something that if it wasn't brought to my attention today earlier, then I probably wouldn't have realized how important it is that we as traders have to get rid of this idea of being perfect traders, because there is no such thing as a perfect trader. Blown accounts are inevitable. Taking L's, having some red screens, they're inevitable. Like, you as a trader will not learn until you have experienced that. And it is going to happen because we cannot predict the market every single day. So those are lessons that we have to be willing to take. And how do you handle a lesson, AKA a loss? How do you handle the lesson? You guys have to celebrate it the exact same way you would a win. Because if your lessons are not celebrated, then how will you learn from them? Right? Do you think blowing my account, like literally losing more than 9 grand in an account and going negative, I've never seen a negative account before. Like, do you think that taught me a lesson? Of course it did. And I remember that I laughed so hard, and I wasn't hurt. I wasn't nothing. Like, obviously you kind of feel stupid because you're like, oh, you know better, but you just fell asleep. And so those are lessons that we need to celebrate just as we do wins. Because without those lessons, you guys, I would have never, ever been such a big safety net, like safety net and profit. I'm all about moving your safety net. Like, there'll be some times where I'll just like put in the chat, I don't know who needs to hear this, but move your safety net to profit because you guys need to. We forget. And I know that a lot has to do because of the word, like people think stop loss. So they have a fear of trading with a stop loss because they think that they're going to get taken out of this really big to the moon trade, right? Not realizing that the stop loss, that's why we call it a safety net, is there to actually protect you. So then that way you could secure a bag while it's going to the moon, get in again. Like that's something that we have to learn. And if I would have never had that huge lesson, then I would have never been able to really be such a big pusher of the safety net, right? Of proper risk management. So that's something that you guys have to really think about. Now we're going to go over this compounding plan. So I wanted to show people, and I just recently posted in our group chat how I took a $6 account into over $100 in a day. And I love Ethereum, you guys, because Ethereum is such a good pair for somebody who's brand new, because the spread is good. Like you could literally still flip small accounts with Ethereum. Bitcoin, you can't. I think the minimum, maybe if you wanted to take like a 1 penny trade that you would have to have in an account, is maybe $10. Haven't really tried it, but I had a small $6 account, and I went ahead and I flipped it to $100 in a day. And I was showing people how you could literally start with a small amount and be able to move forward from there, because people think that they need these thousands of dollars to start a trading account, and that's not the case. Now, if you guys want to just go balls to the wall when you first start, then of course, yes, you want to start dropping big lot sizes, but I'm all about building. Like small wins add up, and I feel that too many people overlook the small wins. Like if your account looks like 50 cents, 75 cents, $1, $2, 80 cents, 60 cents, and you just have nothing but blue, but they're so small, I respect that way more than seeing like $100 win and then 75 loss, 50 loss, a deposit for another 100, and then a $200 win, and then an 80 loss. And does that make sense? Because this person is obviously either getting stopped out or closing out because they can see that the trade's not going their way, but they're getting all of these wins and they're adding up, as opposed to this other person who, yes, is getting big wins, but they're also taking big losses and having to deposit again. Does that make sense? And so I wanted to really show people that you can start a trading account with $100 and grow it into over $1,000 in 10 days. And guys, I called this a Bitcoin compounding plan, but it's really just a crypto, because I use it with XRP, I use it with Ethereum. It's basically any trade. I should just put trading, like compound trading plan. But I wanted to show people that I actually did this with Bitcoin, and I did trade Ethereum, but I've done this, you guys, and this is something that is going to take time and it's going to take discipline. But if you guys don't get ahead of yourselves, you can walk away with a pretty big bag. Now, each of these squares is 10 days. Okay, so it's 10, 20, 30. So this is an entire month. Okay, now, how many of you guys would like to walk away in hand with $6,000 in a month? Like that's what you're paying yourself. This trading plan is going to be paying yourself. You guys are going to be paying yourselves every 10 days. Because let's face it, if you guys don't feel the fruits of your labor, if you guys do not feel that this is working, you guys are going to walk away. You will drop out. Like I promise you guys, that's inevitable as well. If you guys aren't paying yourselves, if you guys aren't seeing that this works, you're going to walk away from it. There's so many people that I've seen that walk away from trading, and it's so sad to me, because I see that they could have really done it, but they didn't give themselves a chance, and they never paid themselves. Like that's one thing that I'm really big on too. If I see somebody that made money, or if they post that they caught a big bag, I'll always tell them to pay themselves. Withdraw. You got to withdraw. You got to feel that money, right? Not only that, but that withdraw is proof for those people that all those naysayers, like all those people that don't believe in it. Like, look, man, I just withdrew $1,000. I just withdrew, $800 or whatever. So that's something that you guys are really going to love for yourselves, because you're still going to be growing your account. A lot of the times we don't want to pay ourselves because we think the more money we have in the trading account, the more we could risk and the more we can make. But you can also lose because once you make big money like that, and I say it's big money, you guys, because most people that come into trading, all they really want is to make an extra $500 to $1,000 extra a month. Like really, that's they just need that little extra to either help them pay bills or just to help them feel comfortable enough to where they can continue to learn and build up, and then hopefully walk away from their 9 to 5, right? So you guys have to understand that the minute that you start making the big money like that, that's when the greed starts really kicking in. You know how they say that money is the root of all evil? But it's the love of money. And they say that money changes people, but it doesn't change people. It just reveals who you really are. So if you guys don't have money right now, and then you start getting money and you start noticing that your trading is like you're greedy, and your pride, your ego keeps getting in the way, like that's something that you got to work on for yourself. Because Money does not change people. It just reveals the truth, like who you really are. And so you guys need to stay humble and understand that this discipline and this commitment is for you. It's not for anybody else. It's for you guys. Okay. So we're going to get started here. You guys can see that we started with $100. It's $100 deposit. You are literally starting with 1 penny. 1 penny. Okay. If you guys have KOT and Prosperity, and I believe Eagle FX, you guys can trade with 0.01 is actually a penny. Hugo's Way, I think 0.01 for crypto is 10 cents. So you guys cannot, I mean, you can do it with Hugo's Way, but this compounding plan is made for somebody who has either Prosperity or KOT or Eagle FX. Okay, so the 1 penny, you guys, the pips are the same. Every single time, all you're doing is catching 500 pips. Now, if you guys are, traders, true traders, then you have a trading journal and you have written down every single time that a trade didn't work out or whatever, or why. If you go back and you look at your trading, your trading log, your journal, I guarantee you that a lot of those trades you would have won if you would have just stopped out at 500 pips. 500 pips, closed out. I have another one of my guys who he said, if I would have just closed out at 500 pips, every single one of the trades that I took would have been a win. And that, like, it's mind blowing because you really think like, damn, and literally go back and think about your trades. Think about if you would have just stopped out. But the what if this trade goes to the moon? What if this is the next bull run to 80,000 for Bitcoin? That drives you guys crazy. That's what's going to mess you guys up in trading. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's not even the technical analysis or the market, it's you. So if you guys just stop out at 500 pips, then you take the win and that's it. Now, for an experienced trader, you see these profits and you're like insulted. You're like, the audacity. How dare you make me want to walk away with just $5? But it adds up, guys. The little wins, they add up. So you look at this, and this is just taking 2 trades a day. So let's talk about your trading goal. Like, a lot of you guys have a specific dollar amount that you guys want to make a day. And I guarantee you that a lot of you guys blow accounts or mess up your days because you keep trying to hit that account instead of walking away with the win, right? And so, like I was telling Daniel had a specific amount of pips that he wanted to catch for the day, which is still a really good trade, right? It's a good way, like a goal. But if you look at it as trade and you look at this with 500 per trade, and let's say that you just stacked the same trade, right? You took 2 entries, one with 1 penny as a lot size, the other one as 2 cents as a lot size. So you basically took the same entry and stopping out at 500 pips, 2 different lot sizes, but you still caught the same amount of pips. So you technically hit your goal of your 2 trades a day with the exact same trade. Does that make sense? Plus, you caught 1,000 pips. Are you seeing this, Daniel? You would have made your goal with that trade right there. And so that's 2 trades a day, you guys. 2 trades a day. Now imagine how much of your day would be freed up if you just took those 2 trades and went about your day. Went about your day, went to the gym, worked out, came home, washed dishes, did the laundry, made dinner, whatever your day looks like. How much more simple, or how much would you free up in your mind if you only took 2 trades a day? Just 2 trades. And if you took 2 trades a day for 30 days, it was going to pay out $6,000. Like, how many of you guys would want that, right? And if you think, well, not all of them are going to be wins. Yeah, you're right. There might be a lesson there, here or there, but if you take 1 or 2 lessons, because you're going to be following proper risk management, you're going to be moving your safety net into profit. So if you get stopped out, guess what? You're getting stopped out in profit. So you may not catch those full 500 pips, but let's say you get stopped out at 300 pips. Let's say you get stopped out at 200 pips. You're still getting stopped out in profit. So, excuse me, you may even come out with more than the amount that it shows here. So that's something that you guys have to really think about when it comes to your trading. Are you disciplined enough to just take 2 trades a day? And again, being 100% transparent, the hardest thing as a trader to do, like for people that are traders, the hardest thing for us to do is to not trade. Like 2 trades a day, I'll be done. I tell you, I'm notorious for stacking trades. And so I'll be done. And then I'm like sitting there and I'm just like looking at the chart, like what is there? What is there, right? And so that is what's going to mess us up. So I always tell people, if you're going to do this compounding plan, you need to have 2 accounts. You need to have one specifically for your compounding plan, specifically 2 trades, you're done, exit out, open up your other account and trade away. I don't care. Like that is, hopefully it leaks over your proper risk management and it leaks over into your other trading account. But if you feel like you need to have something to be able to trade, then you need to open up another account. Like you need to have your compounding plan open. Do not mess with it. Do not take any extra trades, whatever. Now, if you're a little bit more experienced and you want to take 3 or 4 trades a day, that's fine. Again, I stack trades. So I'll take a Bitcoin or an Ethereum trade. So I'll take like 2 and 2. Does that make sense? So it all depends on you. But I have it set up here to where just 2 trades a day, that's it. So literally this is in 10 days. So you're taking $100 and 500 pips each trade. And it's going to end up being $1,150. Okay. Now at the end of these 10 days, you're gonna withdraw $950. And you're gonna start a new account. You're gonna leave just $200 and you're gonna do it all over again with 2 cents. So now you're gonna be compounding by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, so on and so forth for 10 more days, 2 trades a day. And you're gonna end up, you're gonna start an account with $200 and you're gonna end up with $2,300 in 10 days. You're gonna pay yourself $2,000 and you're gonna leave 300. You're gonna do it all over again by 3s. At the end of these 10 days, you're gonna have 3,450. You're gonna withdraw 3,050, giving you a total withdrawal every 10 days. So you're gonna make 3 payments to yourself. You're paying yourself 3 times this month, $6,000, totaling $6,000. Okay. Now, you may look at this and be like, oh, it's not that easy. You're right, it's not, because you have to have discipline. You have to be committed and you have to literally put aside your pride, your ego. You have to fix your FOMO. You have to be disciplined to have that separate account. If you want to keep trading, go into the other account. If you blow that other account, have the discipline to not come into your compounding plan and ruin what you have already done. And so that is where it's hard. That is where I tell people that this plan, honestly, I've had people start it and they do not finish it. I don't even know if somebody has successfully finished the first 30 days because pride, ego, greed always gets in the way. Always, always, always. And they tell me about it. They're like, oh, I messed up here. I took this one trade that they had this. And I'm like, why didn't you have a separate trading account? Oh, it's because I didn't open it. And this, guys, look, if you do this for 10 days, just make a commitment for 10 days. Take these 950. I don't care. Oh, throw that in another trading account, but leave this one alone. Does that make sense? Like, be committed to yourself and this plan. So that way you guys can teach yourselves proper risk management, close out, safety net and profit. Like, you guys need to start working on yourself, your mindset. Now, all of the traders that we have, like educators, what they offer is amazing. Again, I've said this once and I'll say it again. I feel like IM Academy is probably the best trading academy that's out there. And I have other academies. They're all on my computer. Nothing compares to what IM offers. And so you guys are having constant motivation and excitement from people trading. So I can see where the FOMO can be so out of hand that you're just like, oh my God, take my money, right? But you have to fix that for yourself. And this plan will help you. And that's why I tell you, you guys have to do it. Give yourself that commitment, that discipline, build that discipline. It will leak over into your other trades. I promise you. Okay. And if you guys mess up, it's like you guys going on the wagon. Sometimes you fall off the wagon and it's okay. Just get back on, right? Sometimes when people are on this fitness plan, they have a cheat day and it turns into a cheat week. And then they feel all like, oh my God, I messed up. No, that's fine. Just get back on. So if you guys are doing this trading plan and if you mess up, that is okay. Just get back on. Does that make sense? And a lot of times people ask me, they're like, okay, well, what if I take an L? Do I just start from where I left off? I usually do. Like if I take the L, like let's say this one, it was an L. So I actually lost like my safety net is usually 200 to 300 pips. That's what I set as my safety net. So let's say I did take an L, then it's minus that, and then I move on, right? And so then I go ahead and just move on to the next one and next one. The way that it's set up, the amount of the lot size, you guys should be okay to keep trading with Ethereum and actually with Bitcoin. So you guys won't get either taken out, or it's not going to tell you not enough money. Unless it's like a big loss, then of course, yes, if you don't have enough money, it's going to tell you don't have enough money. But guys, you just got to get back on. You guys just got to get back on. Or if you do take an L and you want to start from the beginning, go ahead, do it. But just get back on and keep doing it, right? So after this 30 days, this is a 90-day challenge, you guys. This is literally 3 months. If you guys commit yourselves to 3 months. Now, I went one step further with another group. We have a lot of leaders on this call, right? You guys have a group. You guys have your own investment group. You guys have your trading group, whatever, right? You guys all have a group of people that you guys are helping and leading to be successful in this industry, right? And if you guys are taking advantage of the entrepreneur part of the business ownership part of this company, then you guys are constantly helping people enroll and showing them the ropes, right? So you want them to be successful, right? Like that is the whole goal. So what I tell people, that if you guys are leaders, why don't you guys do it as a group? Like start setting up like, okay, guys, okay, team, we're going to take 2 trades a day. We're only going to take scalper trades. We're going to use proper risk management. We're all going to do it together. Everybody post their wins on the chat and make it a challenge. Like at the end of the 10 days, you guys all go do something together with your winnings. Now, if you guys are trying to create the group atmosphere or this like culture that you guys are a team and a family, tell me that that's not gonna get some people hyped up, right? You guys all, anybody who finishes the first 10 days, let's take some of that and let's all go out to eat, or let's all have a family night, whatever, right? You guys have to make it fun. And I feel that that is really gonna motivate more people to do it and to do it the right way, because you're not doing it alone, right? So that's just something to kind of think about. If you guys are trying to get your group going, that's something that you guys can all start together. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next month. Okay, so you guys finished off with 300. You guys made your withdrawal and you left $400 in your trading account, which is more than enough to trade. You guys already know, even $200 is a good trading amount, right? So $400, you guys are going to do it by 4s, and you guys can see here after the 10 days, you guys are going to have $4,600. You're going to withdraw $4,100, leaving $500. So now you're going to do it by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so on and so forth. At the end of these 10 days, you're going to have $5,750. You're going to withdraw $5,150, leaving $600 in the account. And then you're going to do it by 6, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, so on and so forth. And you're going to have, at the end of those 10 days, $6,900, withdraw $6,200, pay yourself $6,200, and leave $700 in the account. Total withdrawal for this month is $15,450. Okay. Now, if you guys aren't seeing the value in this, like think about it. First month, you guys walked away with $6,000. Second month, you guys walked away with 450. Now, a lot of people always ask, like, how did you hit 6 figures in 6 months? I'm gonna be like that guy who does the TikToks where he's just like, right? Like, there it is, you guys. So this is something, if followed correctly, you guys can really do something with it. Now, I was doing it all over again, and I will be 100 with you guys. I got stopped out here, not stopped out. I just like stopped trading right here. It was right before the market went cuckoo with the Mercury retrograde. And so I literally had nothing to trade. Like there was just nothing. And so I stopped here. And so I have to continue. Like that account is literally just sitting there. So I will continue it now that crypto is back, to normal, if you can say that, because I really was going to go through it, and I've been documenting it because I want to show people that it could be done. I've already done it, but it's I could tell you I've done it all day long, right? But until you guys see it, then that's when you guys are going to be like, holy shit. But even me, you guys can, I can tell you all day long what I've done. I could keep posting about that $6 account that went to 100. But you guys don't care. You guys honestly don't care because it's not you. And so that's something that you have to keep telling yourself. You can share other people's results. But if you guys are trying to help somebody, let's say enroll because you know they'd be good, they don't care about other people's results. They want to know what you've done, right? And if you guys aren't working on that for you, like what you've done, what you can show for it, then you guys are going to never be able to grow what you want to grow, like grow as much as you want to grow because you don't have those results. And so this is really going to help you guys get to that next level, okay? And again, if you fall off, then get back on. Like right now, if you guys have 200, 300, 400 in your account, then start right here, right? You can, if you have that in your account right now, then start here, or withdraw everything but the $100 and start right here and put those, whatever, let's say you have 400, put those other $300 in another account. Start the trading plan with the 100 and keep that other trading plan open for whatever it is that you could potentially trade, whatever the team throws out. If you guys trade, I know that Ricky's got a group in the morning that trades. So if you guys are part of that, then you guys can just jump in there and trade. If you guys log on with Kim and do indices, same thing, right? So you guys have to see that this plan could help you. Okay, now we're going to take it one step further. The last 30 days, you're going to think these numbers are ridiculous, but look at it here. So you literally leaving 700 in your account. You're going to do it by sevens now. And you're going to walk at the end of these 10 days, 8,050. You're going to withdraw 7,250, leaving 800. Then by eights, at the end of these 10 days, you're going to start with 800, finish with 9,200, withdraw 8,300, leaving 900 in your account. And then the last 10 days of this 90-day challenge, you're going to have $900. You're going to withdraw 10,350 at the end of those 10 days, leaving $1,000. You're going to withdraw 9,350, sorry, and you're going to leave $1,000 in your account. Okay. Now, most people would die to have $1,000 trading account, right? The brand new people. Here you go, guys. At the end of these 30 days, this month, your total withdrawal is $24.90. So the total withdrawal for 3 months is $46,350. Okay. So how do you hit 6 figures in crypto? I don't know. Do this twice. See what I'm saying? Like in half a year, you could literally hit 6 figures. And or I did go one step further. Do I have it here? Look at this, guys. If you do 1,000 and do $1, $2, $3, you can have 6 figures in 10 days if you're willing to risk that. I mean, that I don't know how much or what's the amount. Go away. These trying to show you his muscles. I put this on YouTube, you know, people all over the world are going to see how much of a dork you are. Anyways, guys, ignore that. But this is something that I wanted to really show you guys what you guys can do. Now, here's something that a lot of people tell me was because I'm scared to drop $1.80 or like, let's say down here, if you guys actually do this, well, I can't drop a standard. I can't do this. I can't do that. And I'm like, you're only catching 500 pips. What is the difference between this trade that you're taking for a penny at 500 pips and this trade that you're taking for $1.80 with 500 pips? It's the exact same amount of pips. So tell me what the difference is, right? The difference is the lot size. Yes, I get it, but people don't understand that it's the exact same amount. So why are you scared to trade the exact same amount? You've been trading the exact same amount for 90 days and that's going to scare you. Like, you guys have to be confident with yourself. Yes, you guys can take the L's, but you've already won. You've already won. You've already won, right? So don't be scared to take the risk because trust yourself. These 30 days, and these 30 days should have taught you to or built your confidence up in trading. Okay. Now I wanted to go over this because you guys are seeing and you're like, okay, well, 500 pips. I know for people that trade Forex, I don't even know, to be honest, because I haven't traded Forex in so long, but I don't know how often you guys can catch those 500 pips daily, right? But 500 pips may seem like a lot. That number is scary, right? But when you guys see, I'm going to stop sharing this and I'm going to share my swipe coin scalper, you guys. When you guys see the amount of pips that you can catch with the scalper, it's ridiculous. Okay. So You guys saw the scalper. Again, if you guys really want to watch some videos on the scalper, look at Sean. Sean, he's actually on right before I do my call. So if you guys ever want to catch him, he's on Mondays. He does do an intro to the swipe coin scalper. He's just, I love it. Crypto Picasso does a lot of scalper trainings as well. So does Nick. But I really like Sean. I'd like to just watch him. I think he's more like my style, and I just love it. But so if you guys really want to increase your scalper skills, you guys need to study. But look at this, you guys. This buy, looking for how I think that's the one that did. Yeah, this is the one when they called it out. They called it here. It needed to break past, I believe, right here, if I'm not mistaken. And this trade went for over 2,000 pips, you guys. If not here, maybe here. But regardless, if you guys would have gotten in, even if you guys would have gotten in on this little pullback, this trade went crazy. Let's say you guys would have caught it here. I mean, you guys can see here, it went for, this one says only 1,400 pips. Did it go more? Maybe I caught it lower, you guys, but I probably did. I caught it lower, but the scalper still called it out enough where you guys would have caught those 500 pips, right? Let's look at this. If you guys would have caught it here, gone up, that's already 500 pips right there, okay? So even if you guys would have gotten late, seen this little pullback, what did I show you guys the last time? When you draw fibs, low to high, where can I buy? This is a 236382 entry, a white hot zone entry. In other words, it's not an active fib because it didn't even reach the sweet spot, didn't pass that zone. So that could have been a good area for you to catch and ride the trend going up, right? So even if you guys would have got somewhere in right here, 500 pips, guys, is right here. Or for those of you guys who got in down here and then got out and then got in again, that's another 500 pips. Okay, now the sell, you guys, the scalper has just been hitting with all of the trades. This sell was called out. And again, people would have, think about this. Think about the people that they don't move their safety net, right? So they would have gone in this trade and they're like, oh my God, Bitcoin's going up. It's going to the moon. It's going to the moon. And they don't move their safety net. They don't move it. They don't move it. Then the swipe coin scalper calls a sell. And then it starts coming back down, right back to where they entered it. So all this profit that they saw, and they were so excited, they're posting about it, they're screenshotting it, showing all their friends, I'm on 2,000 pips in profit. But if they didn't close out the trade, it ain't shit. Like, what did I say we're professional trade closers. That's what's going to make you a trader. The closing of the trade, the taking the profit, securing the bag, walking away with the bag. That's what makes you a trader. Just because you're able to catch this trade and put it into your MetaTrader doesn't mean that you are a trader. The minute that you can close it and show me the secured bag, that's what makes you a trader. Okay. I ask so many people all the time, like, well, are you making money trading? The people that are in the business. And they're like, what? Yeah, no, you're not. You're not making money. I say that all the time. Like, if you hesitate, you're not making money, and that needs to change. You need to be able to tell me, fuck yeah, I am, right away. Because that's what's going to build that confidence. First of all, that's going to pour over to your investment group, to your trading group. That's what's going to pour over into the people that you're trying to help to get into this industry. So if you guys aren't securing the bag, that is more than enough pips for you guys to have moved your safety net in profit to secure that bag. Even if you guys would have just put it up here, oh, it's going to keep going up, and you guys would have got stopped out right here, that is more than enough. And I've already told you guys time and time again, that's 1,100 pips. I was big on that. I used to trade and then put my safety net so far up high, and then I'd get stopped out and I'd be so mad. And my partner's like, what's wrong? Like, he's thinking I just like blew an account or something, because I'm just like pouting, I'm upset. And I was like, I got stopped out. And he's like, well, did you get like negative? And I was like, no, I made $800. And then he's like, then why the hell are you mad? And that's where I was just like, I need to change that. I need to change the way I see things, because why am I mad? I secured the bag. I'm a trader. I closed it. I moved it in profit, my safety net in profit. I got stopped out. It was a perfect risk-free trade. Like, I grew my balance. I have more than enough to keep risking more if I wanted to, right? And then now I just wait for another entry. Now, in this case, we can see that there was already signs that it was going to start going down, and sure enough, it did. And again, here, where they called it here, you guys probably would have had to have wait for it to break and close around here, which it did. And it came back, retested the area. If you guys would have gone in again right here, then you could have secured another 500 pips on the way down. Boom. There you go. Gone and stopped out. Not stopped out, literally just 500 pips, secure them, close the bag, right? 500 pips in dip. And so this is something that you guys can see in that buy. You would have already made the 500. If you would have taken the trade twice, maybe taken 2 trades with the same entry, you could have maybe taken 4 trades there. So that's 4 trades off of your compounding plan, right? And then here on this sell, if you would have taken 2 more, that's another 2. So that's 6, right? Now they called this buy, it was a bust, and then they called this sell, which clearly you can see here that it's still marked, right? If you guys would have taken this sell, which was actually a really good sell, look at that, you guys, another 600 pip, you guys would have caught it another 500 there. So that was 6, 7, 8 trades. So right there, you're already halfway done, and it's only been 2 days, you guys. So if you guys do this compounding plan and only use the scalper, and this is just on Bitcoin, all right, let's move over to Ethereum and see what we can see there. Okay, so we successfully would have or could have caught 8 trades, doubling up, right? We could have doubled up on the trade. I stack trades, like I said, 2 trades, same entry, different lot size. So that would have been 8 for me. Now we go into Ethereum, right? So then we have Ethereum here. This buy, same thing. They called it here, would have had to have broken and closed right here, okay? Which it did, came back, retested the area. I would have entered here. So boom, like here you guys would have already, that's 1,100 pips. So easily 500 would have been booked. You could have entered again, right? So that would have been 2 trades. Let's just call it 2 because it kept going up. So that would have, I wouldn't have gone in again until I would have seen a pullback. So clearly it did pull back and it came back up, but then it started going back down. So here, 2 more trades. So that's already 10 trades, okay? Then they called this sell, then they called this buy, both, not good trades. And then they called this sell here, not a good trade. It's still above where it needs to break and close. So then there, you guys, you could have caught 2 more. If you guys would have caught this sell, you probably could have caught some more trades there. But do you see how simple that is? In 2 days with 2 pairs, not to mention XRP that was called out on our SwipeCoin app, right? Because that one, TP1 was 300 pips and TP2 was, I don't remember what TP2 was. But if you guys would have taken those trades and just put it for 500 pips, because it went all the way to 1,100, right? That was the total TP3. So you guys could have taken another 2 trades, would have been 12, just needed 8 more to complete that first block. Do you see how simple it is to catch those 500 pips? Now, do you always catch big trades like this, big moves like this? No, of course not, right? But if you guys saw what the SwipeCoin scalper results were for the month of, was it for the month of, here we go. So this was from August 1st to the 19th. Just from August 1st to the 19th, you guys, that was 19,300 pips. So we had 13 wins and 1 loss from the SwipeCoin scalper, okay? Or was that from the SwipeCoin app? Are those, I don't know if those are trades from, regardless, guys, 19,000 pips is it's a lot of pips. Would you guys agree? Right? And then I have I keep the results because I love the fact that in May, there was so many pips that were caught. Like, I just think it's ridiculous on how many pips were caught using the SwipeCoin scalper. So look, guys, this is for June. Again, 81,000 pips. You see 48,000 pips for Bitcoin and 33,000 pips for Ethereum. Okay, this is with the scalper. Okay, this is the scalper. This, what you guys are looking at, these little arrows, this is what those results are from. So does it call a lot of trades all the time? No, sometimes we get these busts. This buy was a bust. This a good sell. This buy wasn't good. This sell wasn't good. This buy, the consolidation periods aren't good. But if you guys just look and mark it up, this buy would have been a good buy. You could have caught some pips there. But you guys look at this one right here. Clearly that would have been a really, really good trade, right? You probably would have come in after this pullback right here and just taken this trade all the way up. And guys, if you just use the scalper to follow that compounding plan, you will make some money. Do you have to know everything about trading? Do you need to know anything about fibs? Do you need to know anything? Well, you got to learn support and resistance, because that's how you draw the line, identify the break and close. But they already do it for you. So you're already one step ahead of the game, because the educators are already telling you where for the most recent trade. If you're going to back test, then you have to identify the support and resistance yourself. But it's already done. So do you guys see why I believe that DCX is probably the best tool for people that are brand new? Now, a lot of people always ask me, yeah, from all three academies, which one do you think is better for somebody that's brand new? And I always say crypto, guys. And I don't say it because I'm biased and I love crypto so much and I've just been obsessed with it for so long. I really, truly believe that it is probably the easiest thing for somebody to learn that's brand new, because they could just learn this scalper and make money. They could just learn to see that this candle breaks below this line, and then it would, like everything else checks out, I'm going to take this trade. As long as they learn how to enter it into their MetaTrader, tell me that that's not easy. That is probably the simplest way to make money, by using the scalper. A lot of people like to say that it's HFX. Hell no, man, that shit gives you anxiety. You're there waiting for 1 minute, your heart is beating out of your chest because you don't know if this little line is gonna go above or below where you entered it, and you're risking a full dollar amount, like $10, $20, as opposed to here where you're risking cents. HFX is, I'm good at HFX. I could trade it. I just don't like it. It gives me anxiety. So I'm not going to put somebody who's brand new through that, right? Maybe they're better at dealing with it than me, but I believe that DCX is probably the best academy to start with, the best series, right? The DCX, the swipe coin scalper, is amazing, you guys. So this scalper with that compounding plan could really, really make somebody some money. Now, you guys saw how easy, or I don't like to say easy, simple it is to catch 500 pips with the scalper, okay? 500 pips is good, right? There's some big moves in crypto. Now, let me show you guys this. I'm going to stop sharing this. Now I'm going to show you guys the 200 pip and dip plan, okay? So I showed you the 500. Here's 200 pip. So here you can start with this is the 500. My bad, guys. So let me switch it over to, is it this one? Nope. My bad. This one. Nope. What the hell? Hold on, you guys. Where is it? Do I not have it? All right, you guys, maybe I don't have it. Let me just see something really quick. Okay, here it is. All right, so let me show you guys the 200 pip and dip plan. Here it is, you guys. So you guys can see how simple it is to catch 500 pips. Now look at 200 pips, you guys. So if you do the exact same thing with 200 pips, oh my God, 200 pips is nothing in crypto. It's nothing, literally. Like 200 pips will move like that. Like you could be getting stopped out in profit like this with 200 pips and dip. You guys, of course, this is going to be the hardest part for somebody who's an experienced trader. Walking away with a $2 profit, walking away with $4, $6. Like this is that you look at it for somebody who's an experienced trader and they're like, the audacity, how dare you? I don't want, like, how dare you want me to walk away with this money? It's the truth, because that's how I was. It's hard when you guys are trading and you're used to like closing out big trades and you go back and your profits are like $4, $5. It's hard, but it's worth it, because here for somebody who's brand new, tell me that this plan isn't great for somebody that's brand new. Now that you saw the 500 pip and dip plan, now that you saw what the swipe coin scalper can do, tell me that this isn't a good plan for somebody who's brand new to start with, because they're going to walk away with $520. Like that's how much they're going to make, 100 to 500 in 10 days. And they're going to walk away with $320. They're paying themselves $320 in 10 days. Okay, guys, let's be honest, $320 in a week. It's like there's some jobs out there that don't even pay that, right? So this is a nice little bag, right? And they still have $200 in their trading account. So now they're going to do the exact same thing. And now on this one, it's $1,040. They're going to walk away with $740, leaving three. They're going to walk away with, they're going to finish with 1560, walk away with 1160, a total of $2,220 in their first month. Tell me that this isn't a nice little bag for somebody who is brand new and they're trying to just make this work. You're trying to show them that this works. Can you guys see the potential here? Okay, so you guys take it to the next month, 4, 5, 6, withdrawing 1580, 2000, 2420, walking away with $6,000 the second month. Okay, the third month, they're basically giving themselves a raise. How many jobs out there can do this for somebody? The third month, you get 7, 8, 9. You're going to withdraw 2840, 3260, 3680 with the total withdrawal in those 3 months of $18,000. Now, it's not 46,000. That's the 500 pip and dip. But tell me that this isn't a safer way for people to catch a nice little bag, $18,000. How many of you guys have seen $18,000 in your trading career, like in the 3-month span? I know that we got some big traders on the call. Trust me, guys, there's been times where I can make 18,000 in a day when crypto really moves. So trust me, that money has been seen by a lot of people that trade. But there's a lot of people on this call who haven't even seen the $2,000, right? And so you're wondering, why am I not making the money? Well, a lot could have to do with the fact that, you know, your FOMO is getting in the way, your greed is getting in the way. You may not be using proper risk management. You may just be entering the wrong numbers onto your phone, into your MetaTrader, right? I always make fun of my fat fingers and say that I have to really push the numbers correctly, or I'm dyslexic a little bit and I'll turn numbers around. So I'll never forget when I tell people to really learn how to enter, like practice on their demo, because I remember one time that I had set up a trade and it was this beautiful trade that it was like go right into my sweet spot. And I was at 32. I wanted to put 32,000, but I forgot a zero and I put 3,200. And I'm like all confident, hell yeah, my trade activated. It went all the way to like 50. This was before the first time it went to 50. And I was so excited. I looked and it didn't even activate because I forgot a zero. So yeah, you can make mistakes like that, you guys. So with practicing on your demo, really learning it, like that's the reason why a lot of people, they're not making money, because there's little mistakes. And then that mindset could really mess with you. So this compounding plan, you guys, I have it set up. If you're a leader on this call, reach out to me. I'll send it to you. You guys can send it to your team, or just message me either on Instagram, on Telegram, whatever. And I'll send, like, message me, tell me you want it, send me your email and I'll send it to you guys. I'll send you both of them and you guys can have it and then just try it. Like me personally, guys, what I do is once I complete this, I highlight. So you'll see the one that I have on, the one that I could actually edit, I have everything highlighted. And so I told you that I left off on the 600s and I was around right here. So everything is blue and it's right here, and then it's just white, everything else. So you guys can just highlight every time. And if you guys did take a lesson, highlight that one in red. Make sure you're documenting your trades though. Open, you guys need to have a trading journal. Now, guys, this is something that it was given to me. Shout out to Coach V if she's still on the call, but she gave me this trading journal, you guys. I love it. It's a thick trading journal. And so it really has everything that you need to put on there. Like it tells you the date, it tells you the trade. You put all your information on there, you guys. I love this thing. I actually purchased a few of these and I gifted them out to a lot of my people as well. But if you guys are leaders on this group, I recommend you to check on Amazon, buy these. They're like, I don't even know how much they are, but they're not expensive. Give them to your group. So then that way you can start showing your team to do it correctly. Okay. So that is that, you guys. Now, I know that we did lose a couple of people, maybe about half, but I wanted to go over something with you guys. Okay. So I'm big on getting crypto any way you can. I am huge on it. Like if there's something that's offering crypto, if there's something that I'm going to do it because I want to accumulate as much crypto as possible. And Bitcoin is something that you guys should all try to get your hands on. Okay. So I'll go over the chat right now, guys, in case you guys have any questions. But so a lot of you guys have funded your accounts through Cash App. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware, but Cash App has a card, like a physical Visa that they could send you that you can use. You can pay anywhere. Like, guys, I've paid hotels, I've paid flights, you know, I pay everything with my Cash App card. And so this Cash App card, you guys, will kick you back Bitcoin if you use it. So for those of you guys that don't know, so when you guys go to your Cash App card here, there's this thing right under it that says, well, if you don't have a boost, it'll say boost. So you click on the boost and it'll tell you here like different like percentages off if you use it at different stores. You guys can see here that the one that I have, it says earn 10% back of Bitcoin when used at a coffee shop. So I love Starbucks. I love coffee, period. Anywhere I go, I like coffee. So imagine me going to Starbucks and then I'm like, no, don't worry, you guys, I got it. $30 at Starbucks, boom, I get it's 10% back. So I get $3 back in Bitcoin. Now, I used my card. They have different ones. If you guys have your Cash App card, look at it. I mean, your Cash App app, look at it. Look at where the card is and look at the boost. There was one that said 10% back when used at a restaurant. So we went to go eat and I used the card to pay for our dinner and I got like $10 back on Bitcoin. Now, I was showing the group like $10 may not seem like a lot. It may not seem like a lot, but guys, do you know what the minimum deposit is for KOT? It is $10. And that's the reason why I showed the group that little printout of let me find it, you guys, so I could show you guys here, because this is why I showed this to the group, because I wanted them to see here that you guys can see, oh, let me see here. There you go. You guys can see here, the balance here was $6, right? Then it went to 15. Then it's at 111, not the balance, I'm sorry, the equity, because I was up in profit with a $6, this is the small account that I flipped to 100. So if the minimum deposit for KOT is $10, and I've clearly showed you that you could take a $6 account to $100, you know, in a few trades, why wouldn't you take advantage of the Bitcoin? Not to mention that Bitcoin just accumulating is amazing, right? You just want to get as much Bitcoin as possible. During Christmas time, you guys, there was one that said, get 15% back in Bitcoin when used at any store. Guys, I make coquito during Christmas and I sell it. And so I buy all of my bottles and everything at Hobby Lobby. So I bought like $200, $300 worth of stuff and I got 15% back in Bitcoin. So you guys need to start taking advantage of any kickbacks that says Bitcoin. The boosts only last about 5 to 7 days. So every single day, I don't know how many times you could use the boost. I know that for the dinner one, when I used it once, that was it. At that store, when they offered like a big percentage back, 15%, 10%, sometimes you can only use it once. But see, I've already used it for the coffee one and it's still there. So I'm gonna go buy me some more coffee and I'm gonna make sure that I get my percentage back in. But yeah, you guys, I just really wanted to go over that and show you that, because when you guys start really accumulating crypto, like you guys should all not only be trading it, but you guys should be building up your portfolios. And for somebody who's brand new and doesn't know anything about crypto, you guys, I used to just hold a Zoom call for, I'm in this group called the Ladies Locker Room on Facebook. It's just like, there's 13,000 ladies in there. And a lot of times like they'll ask me just guidance on crypto or whatever. And, you know, maybe the trading is not for them, but they still want to try and just kind of buy and hold it. So I used to hold just a Zoom call for them and show them how they could start. Or like, if you literally know nothing about it, I would put them on Cash App. I was like, start there, start accumulating your Cash App. And then once you have enough, I have them open a Coinbase and I have them, you know, send that Bitcoin to their Coinbase. And then I have them start buying Ethereum, start buying XRP. Well, they can't anymore, but you know, Cardano. Guys, how many of you guys got into Cardano back in the day? Oh my God, I have a guy who when he bought Cardano and kept on pushing it on everybody. And now every 10 cents that it goes up, he makes $800. So he's making money. Yep, he got in at a really good price. So proud of him. But that's what you guys should be doing, is building your accounts. The more profits that you make, the more money you can be investing in other areas, because the whole point is not just to have one stream of income, is to have 7 sources of income coming in, right? You guys can branch out. So that's the call for today, you guys. I'm really glad that for those of you guys that stayed on, you guys, you know, got the little Cash App sauce, but I mean, it's available to anybody. Share that with your teams. you guys really put them on so they can start accumulating that crypto. And I hope that you guys do too. Just build it up, because one day if you guys just want to deposit those whatever you have there in your Cash App and just put it into a little trading account and start flipping small accounts. I do that a lot, you guys. Again, the hardest thing for somebody to do is to not trade. And so if I'm done with this, I will start flipping or doing something else just to, I don't know, because I'm bored. But that's the call for today, you guys. Let me go into the chat really quick, see if we have any questions. Do you have HODL crypto for? I do have my portfolio, so I already went over that. Let me see, I need that. So yeah, guys, if you guys want this trading plan, just let me know and I will send it to you. Message me on Instagram or on Telegram or wherever you can message me. Okay, so guys, there's no questions in the chat. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end this call. Thank you so much, you guys. We're all gonna have an amazing trading week, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Peace.